Myers, the Myers Manx. The Manxes were built using glass fiber bodies, the same material these hot rodding surfers used on their surfboards and catamarans. They lifted the standard VW body off and plopped a new low-slung tub on top. The little engines provided plenty of power for these lightweight cars. Their good mileage meant there was more money left for buying beer and other essentials. Porsche's rear-engine philosophy gave the buggies more traction than a conventional auto. It helped them go off-road to discover inaccessible surfing spots in Mexico. Being part hot rodder, Myers and his other dune buggy buddies started to race. Their good-natured dares and challenges spawned a sport, off-road racing. By 1967, the Baja 1000 was an annual event attracting thousands of spectators and cars. The dune buggy begat the Baja Bug, and the sport kept growing. Today, over 200 cars with drivers from nearly every state and more than 10 countries compete annually in this rugged off-road race. It's no longer confined to just Volkswagens, but there's still a large contingency of Baja bugs that show up and race every year. It's a tradition. By the end of the 1970s, Volkswagen had decided that the Golf could succeed the Beetle. On January 19, 1978, the last Beetle built in Germany left the factory. But the Beetle was still being produced elsewhere, including its plant outside of Mexico City that was turning out over 40,000 classic bugs a year. Advertising helped to make the VW a beloved part of the culture. These Spartan Beetles became the Model T of Mexico. It was the police car, taxi, delivery van, ambulance and family car. Its 82 miles per hour top speed came from an engine that looked a lot like Porsche's original design. In 2003, Volkswagen decided that it was finally time to say goodbye to this venerable icon. The last 3,000 cars were prepared as a special farewell edition in colors like Aquarius Blue. On July 30th, 2003, the last Beetle came off the line. It was a bittersweet farewell. More than 21.5 million had been built over a long, long life. It bested its nearest rival, the Model T, by over 6 million vehicles. Flowers and mariachis saluted the last bug as it rolled off into automotive history. This modern factory would be awarded the job of building the 5th generation Golf for export to the United States. But it would be hard to replace the emotional connection that they had with the Beetle. Volkswagen had recognized the nostalgic pull the Beetle had on people and introduced a so-called retro future version in 1998.
What is this cloud's name?
That's the Beetle.
Beetle?
Its body was reminiscent of the original, but it was built on a Golf chassis. The new Beetle was a modern car, yet it satisfied an emotional longing for simpler times. It appealed to young-at-heart buyers who didn't mind standing out in a crowd, people with a sense of fun. It had a lot more luxury and performance than the original Beetle, but there was no mistaking its heritage. A new Beetle convertible hit the road in 2003. Volkswagen had first built a convertible in 1949. This introduced open-top driving to many people. The new car was a far cry from its earlier cousin. It was lower, had a glass back window, and the top could be raised and lowered in 13 seconds with the push of a button. Its 115 and 150 horsepower engines, coupled with 6-speed automatic transmissions, were a lot more powerful than 4 of the original engines combined. It's clear that Volkswagen isn't a company that's stuck in the past. It has its eye on the road to the future. The Beetle's off-roading history may be a part of that future. Inspired by the Myers Manx and the Baja Bugs, Volkswagen created the Dune. This concept car, with an open-air roof, sails over the sand. This Beetle could take you past the road's end. For those who couldn't wait for an off-road Beetle, VW had an SUV with an optional V8, the Touareg. This combination off-road vehicle and luxury sedan was designed to compete against Land Rover, Lexus, and other high-end SUVs. Another indication of how far the company has come from its low-cost, people's car roots. Its off-roading abilities took the Touareg to the Paris-Dakar Rally and earned it the Motor Trend 2004 Sport Utility Vehicle of the Year award. VW has come a long way since Ferdinand Porsche struggled to build a car for the people. It literally was the engine that got Germany going after the war. It gave the counterculture of America a car they could love. It captured the hearts and minds of the world with irony and humor. These are cars that still bring a smile to anybody who sees one. The original Beetle may be history, but it's left its mark on the world.